Good morning, guys. I wanted to talk this morning a little bit about masculine and feminine roles in dating, why they haven't changed. Okay, why the masculine's role is still the masculine's role no matter what century we are in, and why the feminine's role is still the feminine's role in dating and relationships no matter where we are in time. And that is because of masculine and feminine energies. But let me explain a little bit more. Okay, so I want to use an example, and I want to talk about the phenomenon of men who say that they want to be chased, right? And women who are kind of saying that, well, modern men don't want to pursue, therefore it's my job to chase the man and to make the first move and to plan the dates and all that stuff. While it may be tempting to say, oh, it's just because times have changed, right? Men don't pursue anymore. The truth is, the feminine energy is to attract. Okay, so let's explore the feminine energy a little bit more. And so when I say that it's the feminine energy to attract the male, the masculine energy to pursue, that isn't this woman who's sitting over there doing her hair and her nails and her makeup perfectly and taking the perfect selfie to post on social media so that she can attract a male. That's not what I mean. And also, I'm not saying that like beauty practices are wrong. Just listen, okay, guys? What I'm trying to say here is that it's not about just an outward thing of like trying to look perfect so that he'll notice you. The way that the feminine energy truly attracts a healed divine masculine is by the woman she's done so much inner work, right? She's cultivated this life that she's really happy about, and she's really proud of her work and her body because she's worked hard to be fit, and her face, right? She does do a good job. She looks presentable to the world, but it stems from a really deep inner knowing that she is enough, and that beautiful energy of the confidence and the radiance that she's on her path in life, right? That energy that she's emanating is so beautiful that she's actually drawing in healed divine masculines without trying, She's not over here like, oh, I hope I get one to notice me so that I can get him to be my partner. No, she's focused on herself, and that's so beautiful that that's naturally drawing in the kind of man that she wants. Okay, so that is what I mean by saying that it is the feminine's job to attract, not to chase, because she has done the inner work. Okay, so now let's talk about the divine masculine and his role. And also I want to touch on what it looks like when he's wounded, right? So the divine masculine, he has done the inner work on himself, right? He's done the work to feel confident in who he is. And because he knows that he's a strong man, right? He's worked hard and pursued the career that he wants, and he's built a business, or built a career, built a name for himself, and he's working on things like wanting to have a home, and wanting to be stable financially. Obviously, the female is working on this too, and not saying that she's not, right? But like the masculine has focused on these attributes of building a stable life, and he has pursued those, right? He's pursued those, and now he's noticing a divine feminine who's in her full healed power, and he knows because he has done the inner work to heal his insecurities that he might not be enough or whatever. He knows because he's done that work that he can approach her, right? And he can take her on that first date, and he can make his intentions clear. He's confident enough in himself that he doesn't need to play an internet game with her. He doesn't need to get in her DMs and feel things out for a few days. He doesn't need to match with her on a dating app and add her on Snapchat before he knows. No, he's like, no, let's go on a date, right? And he pursues from that because he's healed on an inner level. So now let's talk about the wounded masculine, okay? So when a man is truly wounded and when he's been hurt and he has not faced his own shadows, his own insecurities, the way this will manifest is the man who wants to be chased, right? Because he's more in his feminine energy. But for a man to be more into his feminine energy, it's not this beautiful, like, I'm attracting all of this energy. It's a very off balance dynamic. And so he's wanting to be chased from a place of insecurity, right? He feels that he doesn't know if he's enough for a woman, and so he wants a confidence boost to be chased. He wants a woman to chase him for a confidence boost so that he can feel like, ooh, maybe I am worth it because she noticed me, right? And so that's the kind of man that is going to say, oh, I want her to pursue. And this same kind of man, okay, the same kind of man who wants to be pursued and wants to be chased and wants to be pampered and wants you to split the bill 50-50 or wants you to pay for the bill, that same kind of man is the kind of man who is going to be jealous of you. And this shows up because they have not done the inner work on themselves to be healed, to know that they are enough internally to face those parts of them that scare them, that feel like they're not enough. They have not faced their shadows. And so instead of that, they can look at a woman who's in her divine feminine power, right? And she's killing it at life and she's running her own business and she's shining and people are noticing, right? And she's beautiful inside and out. And he can look at that and he can think, well, if I could just make her less, I could just make her on my level, right? Because if he can't do the work on himself, well, let me pull her down to where I'm at. And so when the man is not doing the pursuing and when he wants the woman to do the pursuing, this is why. It's because he has not healed enough to be in his own divine masculine. And I want you guys to understand, some of these things when I'm talking about how the game playing and things like that. Yes, men and women both do it. And I am not saying, I'm not saying that men aren't also facing some of these struggles with women who are being flaky. And I've heard men say, well, I used to try to pursue, but I got ghosted or I got played so many times that now I don't even try. Honey, you have to try when you're ready to try from a place of being healed. You have to look at the wounds that those people gave you, whether you're a man or a woman, but now I'm speaking to the men right now, okay? You guys need to keep trying. You need to put yourself out there again after you face that fear of getting hurt, because when you get hurt by someone, okay, and I speak from a place of, I have been through so much pain through dating. Just try having a twin flame. It's the most painful experience in the world. And so I understand, okay, guys, I understand when you get hurt in dating, okay, these are valuable lessons that can be gleaned from it, okay? The pain is real and it hurts so much and it makes you want to give up. But I really want to reach your heart when I say that these experiences are meant to help you grow. And so if you can take time after that, after the pain, and you can truly look at where it helped you to heal yourself more, you can look at the wound that someone gave you and you can say, that was not a reflection of my worth, right? That was not because I didn't have enough. That was because they were unhealed, and unhealed people hurt other people. And so all of us have been hurt in dating, and it does not mean that we should give up. It means that we need to look honestly. at those wounds, instead of trying to just sweep them under and pretend they don't exist, it means that we need to look honestly at them. And when we can do that, then we can take responsibility for our part, and we can release the pain that someone else gave to us. We can release that, but only if we truly look at it. And once you've done that, then you aren't going to be the one that says, well, I used to try and now I don't because I got hurt, right? Because ultimately that is not an excuse, because we each get to choose if we're going to work on healing ourselves and putting ourselves back out there with boundaries. Okay, I want to talk a little about boundaries now, because I think that if you have strong boundaries from the beginning, and you get these boundaries, okay, you get these boundaries from what did not work in your last relationships and the times that you were hurt, but they're not coming from a place of bitterness. They're coming from a place of, I've healed and therefore I have these, here's how it has to be, right? So you can go back out and try again with the boundaries, and in that way, that's totally different from saying, well, I used to try, but now I got hurt. So anyway, I know this has been a little long and I covered several topics. I really hope that it helped you guys. And I do want to just talk really quickly about my book. So if any of this is making sense, it's coming from this book, I Swiped Left Again, The Evolving Woman's Guide to Dating, Twin Flames, and Healing. And in this book, I do talk about ghosting and blocking and internet relationships and how to overcome that dynamic. And there are parts for men in there too as well, but this is mainly for women. So I hope that you guys have a good one. Thank you so much for watching, and if you could, please please subscribe, and please share, because I am a self-published author. Nobody's sponsoring me. I'm just doing this because I really, really want to help you guys, but show me some love back. Thank you.